Dobre večer. So I would like to talk about languages, okay? So, and I would like to, do it a little bit faster, so I'm not holding you back for the bar and all this stuff. And I hope you don't need a translation for my presentation, so I will try my best. The limit of my language is the limit of my world. The thing is also, enterprises, by definition, they're international, okay? Being multilingual is the key to effectively communicate to your partners, to your clients, to your customers, and on your website. So this is very important for your enterprise. Questions we will try to answer with our talk today. You may be wondering about the best way to run a WP enterprise level multilingual website. You might also be concerned about your solution, what you're using right now, and what is coming with phase 4, make the multilingual solution obsolete, what you're using maybe, and also what's next, okay, what is coming up in the future, all right? Who are we, and why should you maybe listen and, trust us? We are Inpsyde, Europe's biggest WordPress agency. We are founded in 2006, so we have 17 years of WordPress experience. We are over 100 employees worldwide, and we speak 47 languages. So we are completely distributed, we are 100% remote. So I'm Alex, I'm from Germany, I'm the CEO for Inpsyde, and I love to help people regarding WordPress and support them. And I have also Robert with me, the man with the hat, maybe you already saw him, and he can also give you some answers later in the bar, of course, okay? So we will try our best if you have any questions or anything like this. Our partners, we are a proud partner of WordPress VIP Gold Agency Partner and also Platinum Certified WooCommerce Partner. And we have also some clients here. It's a small sample of our clients, and we are known as focusing on multilingual projects on an enterprise level, and also high quality on WordPress development. This is only a small sample because of confidential, we cannot show everything. So our plugins, we're also focusing on developing plugins. We do have plugins of over 2 million users and over 20 million downloads. We also developed the official PayPal plugin for WooCommerce, and also one of the most popular backup plugin with over 12 million downloads is also one of our creation. And we also the makers of Multilingual Press. Maybe you have heard of it. It is based on Multisite. I think the guys before, they're also using Multisite as a language solution. They're nodding, okay. So, so this is a solution where you can create a multi-site with different sites, and every language has their own site in the network, and they can connect to it. And this is very well known in the enterprise world, and also many leading agencies are using this for enterprise solution. And Multilingual Press has some features, so seamless translation of management, so it's very easy to connect different languages and also create them, if it's posts, if it's some other blog news or whatever, products or whatsoever. It's also very customizable. You have a switcher, so users can switch very easily to one language to another one. It's also SEO friendly, so you can specifically to the language optimize the URL or meta information or anything like this. And also it has a multilingual media management, where you can assign different media to different languages. And it's also one of the rare solutions which is also WordPress VIP approved. This is a case study of SAP. So this is one multi-site, and we do have here 44 or 21 websites and 44 languages, all based on one installation. They're using the same plugins and also the theme, but they can also use some different flexibility. They can use different plugins, different themes. So they have the synergies of one multi-site where they use on different websites the same plugins, and can also maintain just one plugin instead of several, but they can also have the freedom to be very flexible. Then there's also whitehouse.gov. This is also an example for very performing and also flexible website, where they also use for different languages in the US. We do have also like some other bigger use cases we cannot talk about, unfortunately. For example, there's like a corporate pharmacy company. They have, for example, one multi-site with over 750 websites where everything is like all the brands, all the different products or whatever is in one installation. But they can also keep the flexibility because some languages or some countries, they have different customer base or whatever, or it's a different branding or even different name of the same product, but they can use all the same functionality and all this stuff. And this would be also great, you know, because of confidential reason. You know, many times we cannot show use cases. So maybe if I can speak to the enterprise audience, it would be great if you allow the agencies to show the success of projects. It would be really great. So if you do it in the future, I would really appreciate that for everybody. Okay, go to the next. So there are different approaches of multilingual solutions. For example, Qtranslate, it's one post. In every paragraph, there's a different language. WPML, Polylang, Weglot, for example, using one post per language. This is very popular. And Multilingual Press is one site per language, so this is based on multi-site. Multilingualism, you know, for enterprise we have a comparison, like what are the advantages or disadvantages. So single-site solution, there's a workaround solution around, you know, it is kind of a workaround solution, the single-site solution. And you know, for multi-site solution, it is built in already. It is multi-site. It's a core feature, so that you don't have to make a workaround or anything like this. It is working by default, and that doesn't create any conflicts with other plugins or anything. On the other side, single-site solution, it's really easy to set up. You just install a plugin, you know, in configuration. On multi-site, it requires a bit of programming, but it's just 2 lines of code, so it's not really like a disadvantage. Scalability. The thing is also like if you have like the single-site solution, it's loading all languages, all scripts, all plugins or whatever you have on your website, and it's just showing the content what you need for this specific country or language. On the multi-site solution, it's just loading the one language and the scripts or the plugins what you need for this country. And here for the single-site solution, you have the same URL structure, so it's not really possible that you can change or really specifically SEO optimization for the URLs or whatsoever. On the multi-site approach, you see, or you have the possibility to have different URLs specifically to the country, so you can also SEO optimize all the things. It's also possible for the meta information. And every language, and this is a huge disadvantage, every language version has the same design and widget because it's in one system. It's just a different post, okay? And this is a good, very big advantage. You have fully flexibility. You can have the same design, you can have the same plugins or whatever, but you don't have to. So you can be very, very flexible, okay? And this is maybe a draw, you know, only one installation of plugin and theme necessary. And on the other side, plugins and theme are an administration network. But you know, you don't have to, for every language or every market, you have to maintain or update or whatever over again, and the same plugin. You can use it just once and it's updated. It's a little bit looking funny right now because it's another data format, so sorry that if something is missing there. And then last one, it's hard to migrate. If you use one of the other solutions, you know, you pretty much stuck to it because it's quite a mess. With the multi-site solution, you know, you can switch off the plugin or whatever. It's still there, the content is there, and everything is separated, so it's not a problem at all. Okay? So, based on those advantages, we do have some expert reviews, like John Blackburn, a very smart WordPress core developer at Human Made. He said once, Multilingual Press is the only sane way to run a multilingual site. This is also a little bit messed up here. And also other reviews, Multisite is the best solution for multilingualism. That's what Yoast says. Even WooCommerce, also one of the best plugins to use is Multilingual Press. Or Mayport is even saying like other solutions are not really working properly. Mayport works well with Multilingual Press otherwise. Okay. So what kind of solutions you should choose for your enterprise project? So here you have some maybe points. The thing is also like you can have user rights and role management. So not everybody can access all languages. So if you have a team in Spain or whatever, they have only access to the Spanish content and not to everything in the world or anything like this. So you can create and grant role management and give people and teams specific rights. Reusable design, content and localized variants. So you can reuse all the design, you can reuse the plugins or whatever on different languages or countries, but you can also localize everything what you want. And it's also like better performance, as I said, it's only loading the content and the functionality you really want for this country. And SEO optimized because you can really target meta information, URLs or whatever to this country and language. And maintainability in an agency network, you just have to update once and it will spread out to all the countries, to the different markets. And future-proof. Maybe you're asking future-proof, really? Because phase 4 will bring multilingual press into the WordPress core and change everything. Yes, it does, but the multi-site approach is future-proof and the best long-term option because no one knows what phase 4 will bring in, but it doesn't affect the multi-site core feature. So it won't affect those kind of solution whatsoever. Phase 4 is not predicted to be an enterprise-focused solution. So if you have some requirements, what we had in the previous slide, or whatever, maybe this is probably not for you. And history shows it is unlikely to be feature complete at launch. So you don't want to put at risk somebody's luck. So you don't want to put your enterprise, project, what you planned for years and years, on a very important feature which is not finished yet, maybe. Okay. So those are the things where you have to think about, like, okay, what kind of solution would be the best for you on long term and sustainable. So what is next? We do have a ongoing project right now with a big media house in Switzerland. We transfer them from Core Media, and it should be ready by the end of the year. And we create automatic translation of user-generated content in editorial publishing. So here is like some features what we have for them. Automatic translation as soon as comments are approved. Original language tracking, that means, for example, you have an English post, it's translated automatically in French. You get also the notification, hey, the original post is in English. If you click on it, you can see and you can read the original post, for example. And also like language-specific use of different translation APIs, DeepL or AWS. For example, for AWS we used for Arabic, DeepL for all the other languages. And here, going from automation to AI. I mean, there are two streams right now about AI. It's like hyper-optimistic, and on the other side, they say catastrophic. I think there's no denying, there are many opportunities of AI, and this is where we're going to use in the future, I guess. AI leads to more advanced translation capabilities, so it's not only automatic translation or whatsoever, it's also helping generating content and also providing some support here and there. The first iteration, it is, many people also thinking like, there are not many features or whatever, but we have to consider it's this first iteration. So the potential is great, and there's a lot of more to come. So there's a lot of potential there. And we are creating content, and the question is, why don't we generate content? If we just, right now we're just translating content, but in the future that we go a step back and create content, generate content with a multilingual plugin, and then also translate it. So we do both. Like we help generating new posts or whatever, or social media or anything like this, and do this also, like not only translation. So you don't have to worry about the future of multilingual plugins or anything like this. You just have to find the right VIP partner, and then, the future is bright, okay? So the future will be fate. The present is our own. Thank you.